Section 81. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When they come together, they sound like celestial music. It's like listening to fairy music and your ears are temporarily bright. Immortal sounds filled the entire hall. However, no matter how awesome this magical weapon is, it was obtained by the system. Now Feng Qingyang is its master. Under control, the majestic immortal power will not cause any harm to them. Otherwise, the entire continent would not be able to bear the power of this majestic immortal king weapon. Outside the main hall, visions of the heaven and earth above also appeared immediately. The fairies play music, and the slaying immortals come to court. Thousands of images of immortals and Buddhas appeared in the sky above the blue clouds, and everyone worshipped them. The last time such a rare and awesome vision was the last time. No, it's the time when the Zhutian Avenue bell appears. Elders Hall. In the direction of Qingyun Palace, the sect master has brought out the immortal weapon again. That the vision in heaven is so shocking. She felt it and found that it was in the direction of Qingyun Hall. Mu Shuixian hurriedly disconnected her consciousness. The sect leader is unpredictable and cannot be collided with. Sky. How many treasures does the sect leader have yet to take out? I simply don't know the depth of the sect master. It's so scary. AI drawing, no copyright disputes. Narcissus, outer disciple area. Mist grass. Is this an immortal descending to earth? All the disciples were shocked by this vision of heaven and earth. The immortal music is playing, and all the immortals are paying homage. Apart from the immortal descending to earth, they could no longer think of any other possibility. Qin Han's divine consciousness at the level of the great emperor subconsciously explored it, and then hurriedly took it back. The sect is not a place where he can make mistakes. Immortal weapon. This is definitely another fairy weapon coming out. Then he took a deep look into the depths of the sect. His eyes were full of respect and shock. So what if there are immortals? There are 8 million immortals in the sky. Even when I come to Qingyun, I lower my eyebrows. Haven't you seen them all paying homage to the Qingyun Sect? Ancestor Hall. The sect master has really made a big move in a few days. Ancestor Li Qingyun is already used to it. In the past month alone, what scene have you not seen in Qingyun Sect? They are all numb. It made him look like he had never seen the world before. At the level of the great emperor, we can only show off. With the sect leader here, the clouds will eventually reach the sky. Alchemy Hall. Look at you two have never seen the market before. Our Qingyun Sect has treasures from all over the world. What kind of treasures don't we have? What you see now is just the tip of the iceberg of Qingyun Sect. Do things well for the sect, and the sect will not treat you badly. Long Xia laughed. It was indeed faked by him. He had just arrived at the alchemy hall with Li Yanji. The vision of heaven and earth just appeared. Dan Qing, who was refining alchemy inside, also ran out. Seeing the shocked expressions of the two, he couldn't help but say, "You have to shock them a few times first." Don't worry, sir. I will definitely try my best to refine the elixir. Fight. If you don't fight now, when will you fight? Whether he can reshape his body and restore his cultivation depends on how much he contributes to the sect. Sir, I'm sorry. If you have the skills to speak, why not refine a few more elixirs? After Danqing finished speaking, he hurriedly ran in again. The blue underworld fire is released, full firepower. Not bad. Is this the new alchemy hall disciple recruited by the sect master? You're so motivated. The sect leader is still very discerning. Long Xia happened to flatter him again, but why did he become a soul? Never mind him, let's use his remaining energy. Senior, I also want to make elixirs. Li Yanji couldn't sit still when he saw this disciple of the alchemy hall being so embarrassed. Yes. Only by creating corresponding value for the sect will it be used by the sect. Then let's go. Then Long Xia and Li Yanji entered the alchemy hall together. This side of Qingyun Palace, the dazzling fairy light of the immortal king artifact has dissipated. At this time, it was floating in the air of the main hall. I felt the momentum coming from this tripod. Sect master, what is this? Elder Maoan asked. He could sense that this was a very high-level alchemy cauldron. Sword cultivators love swords, stick cultivators love sticks. As an alchemist, he also likes this precious alchemy cauldron. With a good cauldron, you can get twice the result with half the effort when refining elixirs. This is the most precious treasure of our Qingyun sect, the Tao Alchemy Cauldron. Now this sect will be handed over to the Alchemy Hall. Your Alchemy Hall must bring its value into full play. There are specialties in the art, so even if he keeps this cauldron, he still won't be able to make elixirs. What do you think you can learn? Section 82. You are listening at novelfull.audio. You are not mistaken, I am the sect leader. Just let the people below handle this kind of thing. Only when it is handed over to the Alchemy Hall can its maximum value be obtained. Thank you, Master, for the treasure. Elder Mo when thanked him hurriedly. This tripod can be used as the treasure of their alchemy palace. Their alchemy hall must not let down the high expectations of their sect leader. Ding, report to the host, this cauldron is the most precious treasure of the immortal king. It requires the lowest level of Great Emperor or Alchemy Emperor before it can be used reluctantly. What? It can't be used. Then your reward is 0, isn't it? Why not just summon an Alchemy Emperor? The host is calm. This cauldron can also be used in the Holy Realm, but it can only exert 1,000th of its effectiveness. Even if the Great Emperor or Alchemy Emperor comes, it can only exert 1% of its effectiveness. After all, it is a fairy king's weapon. Host, please understand, otherwise the reader will pick on you. Oh. That's it, then it's okay. 1 in 1,000 is just 1 in 1,000, it's better than nothing. This is the immortal king's weapon. Even if it can only exert 1,000th of its power, it can crush the emperor's weapon countless times. Elder Mo, this is an immortal weapon, you cannot use its full effect. But daily refining of holy elixirs, imperial elixirs, etc. is completely enough. Immortal weapon, Mo had already guessed that such a shocking treasure could be anything other than an immortal weapon. It almost blinded him just now. He was in the middle of the main hall, closest to the cauldron, and felt it deeply. Under that majestic immortal power, he felt like he was at the pinnacle of the great saint realm, just like a drowning fish. You will be annihilated by this majestic immortal power at any time. But Sect Master, you praise me too much. It's totally fine to let him, the great elixir saint, refine a holy elixir or something. As for the imperial elixir, the elixir. That is really a foolish dream. Chapter 69 Inspection of the Alchemy Palace, Internal Refining of Alchemy. The great avenue tempered alchemy cauldron slowly fell down. Come on, get it. This sect will go to the alchemy palace with you. That I just wanted to take a look around and see how they are doing. Now count the hours. That genius disciple Li Yanji has probably already sent the news of his surrender back to the royal Pill Holy Land. There will soon be a large number of alchemists working for the sect. Feng Qingyang slowly walked down from the main seat. I felt the power inside my body again. Well, it feels good to have strong cultivation. Now I have more strength to show off. Mo Wen heard this and put away the great Tao cauldron. He followed the sect leader and walked out of the palace. There were no outer disciples or handyman disciples seen along the way, because this is the core of the sect. Only the upper echelons of the sect can go there. Others do not obtain permission from the sect leader. Trespassers will be dealt with according to the clan rules and treated equally. On the way to the alchemy hall, I met the 4 holy beasts who were working. The holy beast turned into a human and was sweeping the floor. Then he saw the sect master coming, followed by an unfathomable old man. I was so frightened that I quickly started sweeping hard. Use your hands and feet together, sweep your hands and mop your feet. Seeing that the sect leader was just passing by, he breathed a sigh of relief. Keep a low profile and don't get noticed. The sect is now developing more and more formally. Now there are disciples and elders in the alchemy hall, and there are elders in the kung fu hall. There are also elders and disciples in the law enforcement hall. A few days ago, the elders of the law enforcement hall also recruited several disciples of the law enforcement hall from the outer sect. The existence of the law enforcement hall is to intimidate the disciples and enforce the law for the sect. As for the outer disciples and handyman disciples, the time is coming soon. There are still 20 days before the outer sect rankings and handyman disciple rankings are decided. At that time, there will also be 10 outer sect disciples promoted to the inner sect. but this is not what Feng Qingyang should care about. Only the core disciples of the sect might pay a little attention to him. His direct disciples have also gone out to practice. Maybe the sect will have sequential disciples, emperors, and so on in the future, but that's a story for another day. Alchemy Hall. At this time, the palace was in full swing. The major forces from the 4 continents sent a lot of resources, including elixirs and various medicinal materials, so there is no need to worry about not having enough medicinal materials for making elixirs. Just make them. At this time, Dan Qing stood in front of an alchemy cauldron. The left hand is using the blue netherworld fire to roast, and the right hand is constantly adding medicinal materials to the cauldron. It just kept repeating. Pot after pot of elixirs are constantly being released, and smell the fragrance of the medicine and see the elixir pattern. Just know that all elixirs are ultimate elixirs. This operation stunned Li Yanji on the side. This old master is so fierce. I can't do this at all. In this moment, she has been making 1 pot, and the old master can make several pots of pills. Won't he be tired? Can't he use up all his soul power? If you do this repeatedly, won't he feel empty? And he also noticed that the flame in the old master's hand was extremely unusual. The blue flames are frightening just looking at them. Like a will-o'-the-wisp, but she couldn't recognize what the fire was. It can't be a strange fire. Section 83. You are listening at novelfull.audio. She was shocked by her idea. Not everyone can have strange fire. You need great opportunity and must be recognized by the strange fire, otherwise it will not only have no effect, it will also be attacked by the strange fire and burned to ashes. As far as she knows, even in the central region Dan sect, there are only a handful of alchemists who have strange fire. Senior, is this master an elder of the alchemy hall? Li Yanji asked Long Xie puzzledly. If this is an elder, then she will double the role, so as not to let the elder look down on her. In her opinion, this master refines the 6th level pills so quickly, and they are all extreme pills. He must be a figure like an elder. This atmosphere is too good. The elders are so motivated. He, like you, is also a disciple. But now he is just a remnant soul. When he was alive, he was a transcendent Dan Sheng at the peak of the manifestation realm and a Dan sect. It's no big deal. Oh, according to this saint's observation, his Dan fire is still a powerful alien fire. Well, it's nothing. You work hard and strive to surpass him. Long Xie said indifferently. It's just that his tone is extremely inconsistent with the expression on his face. Are you cold or funny? At the same time, Feng Qingyang and Imo Wen also came to the alchemy hall. The alchemy hall is also very grand, no worse than the Gongfa hall. The two walked in one after the other. Li Yanji just turned her head and saw a picturesque young man walking in. The young man was handsome like a demon, with sword eyebrows and star eyes, and a demonic purple light flashing in his deep pupils. There was also a kind of momentum of being in a high position for a long time, and there was a strong sense of oppression. If you can't imagine it, just open the camera and click the front position. There is also an old man who is equally hard to figure out behind him. This should be a senior member of the sect, or a genius with a very high status in the sect. Li Yanji said secretly. Master, why did you come here in person? Long Xie saw that the person coming was actually the master, so he hurried to greet him. We came to see how the alchemy hall is doing. Feng Qingyang looked inside the hall and then said with his hands behind his back. Master, don't worry. I have done everything you asked me to do. This is the daughter of the Holy Lord of the Yudon Holy Land. She has sent a message to the Holy Land. The Holy Land will soon submit to my Qingyun Sect. By then, the alchemists in the Holy Land will also come. Long Xie pointed to Li Yanji behind him and said. What? This mysterious young man is the master. That the sect is so powerful, so the master must be. She actually met a person she dared not even think about now. The person she could only look up to was now standing not far from her. Seeing the senior pointing at her, she also quickly reacted and walked forward. Yanji greets the master. Senior Long is right. My Yudon Holy Land is willing to submit to Qingyun Sect. She also saw a lot this time. Yudon Holy Land is completely incomparable to Qingyun Sect. You can only look up to it and submit to it. Maybe it can bring the Holy Land one step closer. Well, it's well done. Feng Qingyang didn't respond to her, but continued to talk to Long Xie. Thank you for the compliment, master. How is it? No coercion, right? My Qingyun sect is a peaceful sect. What we hate most is fighting and killing, bullying the weak. Don't worry, master, there is absolutely no. I explained to them the reason and moved them with emotion, and they agreed. Long Xie patted his chest and promised. That's good. Feng Qingyang nodded. The Jianhu is not about fighting and killing, but about human relationships, but this is a different world. The bigger the fist, the more powerful it is, Li Yanji. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would have believed it. Chapter 70 The Holy Land surrendered and became famous in Xianzhou. Long Xie noticed the old man behind the sect master at this time, can't see through, totally can't see through. The strongest person in the sect. At Feng Qingyang's signal, Mo1 stepped forward. The sect master has chosen me and appointed me as the elder of the alchemy hall. Now the alchemy hall is temporarily under the control of me. Elder. Elder of the alchemy hall, no wonder I can't see through it. Long Xie and Li Yanji were relieved. It turned out to be the elder. Hello, elder. I am the elder Long Xie, may I know your name? Long Xie stepped forward and asked, they all work in the same sect, so we have to build a good relationship. Mo1. Elder Mo1 said his name, Mo1. Don't let people ask. Long Xie can't handle this. Dan Qing, who was working hard inside, also heard the noise here. It seems that they are talking about elders or something. It seems that the sect master is also mentioned. What sect master? Section 84. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After refining the furnace pill in his hand, Dan Qing immediately ran out. I, Dan Qing, have met the sect leader. As soon as I arrived in front of the main hall, I found that the sect leader was really here. He hurriedly stepped forward and said. I heard that you have done well recently. Keep working hard and do well, and the sect will reshape you into a new body. Feng Qingyang gave him a verbal check. Encourage your disciples, don't be shabby. Thank you, master. Dan Qing was overjoyed when he heard this. Why is he working so hard? Is it a spiritual stone? Is it a treasure? Are you a Taoist couple? None. It's to reshape the body. Now that I have the verbal guarantee from the sect leader, I feel much more at ease, becoming more and more motivated. Okay, I'll leave this to Elder Mo1. After Feng Qingyang finished speaking, he turned and left. After the inspection, it was time for a day of fishing. Li Yanji didn't expect that she would be ignored by the sect leader. Yes, she is a junior, why should someone like the sect leader pay attention to her? Although the sect leader is young, he is in charge of such a powerful sect, he must have advanced cultivation, long life, and good looks. He is probably several years older than his ancestors put together. No, I must work hard. And climb up. The sect leader must notice him. Li Yanji bit her lips and said secretly. Farewell to the sect leader. Feng Qingyang left the alchemy hall with the respect of 4 people. Elder Mo. It turns out that the elder's surname is Mo, and his name is 11. Not only then did Long Xie react, it turned out that I didn't mean to tell him not to ask, but that he had misunderstood. Then Elder Mo, I will leave first. After Long Xie said goodbye, he also strode out of the alchemy hall. Okay, you two can come and ask me if you have anything. Thank you, Elder. Dan Qing didn't have anything to ask. As a transcendent alchemist from the Dan sect, there was nothing he didn't understand. It was his soul that restricted him now, otherwise, he would start refining the holy elixir. Li Yanji has a few questions to ask. Learning is like sailing against the current. If you don't advance, you will retreat. She still needs to learn more and ask more questions in her practice of alchemy. After a while, Elder Mo took out the great Tao cauldron. He wants to refine a few pills to try the effect of this magical weapon. He asked his disciple Li Yanji to take out some holy medicine from the medicine storehouse. Is the elder going to refine the holy elixir? At the same time, this side of the royal pill holy land, in the royal pill hall, holy lord Li Qingxian and the ancestor summoned all the elders in the main hall. there was such a big battle because the Holy Lord's daughter, Rouge, sent news. The general trend is the general trend. Don't go against it. Follow the trend and the sky will rise. Li Yanji, a disciple of Qingyun Sect's alchemy hall. These two short sentences shocked all of them. Sure enough, what the Qingyun Sect priest said was true, there are countless strong ones. Step on Danzong. The transcendent alchemist of the alchemy sect is only qualified to be a disciple. Holy Master Li Qingxian sat silently on the main seat and looked at the elders below without saying a word. The atmosphere was solemn, so he spoke first. If the elders have any ideas, just speak freely. Great Elder, please tell me first. He looked at the Great Elder in front and said. Holy Master. I am not good at words. The Great Elder didn't know what to say. Do you just come up and say, Holy Master, please stop doing this, and we all go to Qingyun Sect? Holy Lord, the news from Rouge has made it clear. I also think we should go with the trend. This is the domineering power of bulk. Those who follow me will prosper, and those who go against me will perish. The second-in-command elder came out to speak, and soon received the approval of many elders. I still hope that the Holy Lord, Ancestor, will make a decision. All the elders said to the two figures on the main seat together, even if they discuss it, they won't be able to come up with anything, might as well go with the flow. That day, the Qingyun Sect only sent one worshipping elder, and he overwhelmed their entire holy land. Why are they fighting with others? Say it again, Holy Lord, your daughter agreed. Rouge must have seen how powerful the Qingyun Sect was in the past, that's why these two sentences came. Well, this Holy Master will decide. My royal pill Holy Land surrendered to the Qingyun Sect and became its affiliated force. All alchemists above the 4th level will follow this Holy Master and go to the main sect. Holy Lord Li Qingxian made the decision. The news from Yenner is definitely correct, surrender is their only option. Follow the trend and the sky will rise, Li Qingxian murmured. Section 85. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Maybe this is a great opportunity for Royal Pill Holy Land. Looking back tens of thousands of years later, he only felt that this was the wisest decision he had ever made in his life. Of course, this was all for another day. It's just news from Yenner that the main sect, Qingyun Sect, is actually in Lingzhou. The Hidden Sect. The Hidden World Sect is about to come out. 2.5 days later, news of the tide of monsters spread to Shenzhou. Shenzhou was in an uproar. An unknown sect was able to conquer the 4 holy beasts by sending only one strong man. Overwhelmed the 3 holy places, famous all over the world. Etc. It seems that 2 days ago, the strong man who broke into the royal pill Holy Land alone was from the Qingyun Sect. In the end, I don't know what they achieved with the Holy Land. The strong man from Qingyun Sect also took away the goddess of their dreams. Only. When did such a powerful sect appear in the eastern region? The first move is to put pressure on the 4 holy places. It seems like things are going to change in the eastern region. However, not long after, more important news came out. Shenzhou was in an uproar again. The Holy Lord of Yudon Holy Land announced that the entire Holy Land would surrender to Lingzhou Qingyun Sect and become its affiliated force. Anyone who challenges the leader of the Qingyun Sect is challenging the majesty of the Holy Land, past the level of their imperial pill Holy Land first. This is truly shocking. Those 4 states were too far away from them, so they could only sigh with emotion, but this is different, royal pill Holy Land. An old holy place, you have dominated Shenzhou for hundreds of thousands of years, and now you are telling me to join the Qingyun Sect. In Shenzhou, the royal pill Holy Land is the sky of Shenzhou. It's a different day now. Shenzhou, a restaurant. Brother, this is true or false, the news is not reliable. Nonsense, my uncle's youngest son is sweeping the floor at the royal pill Holy Land. He said this himself. How can it be false? Slowly the news fermented, spread throughout Shenzhou. Now everyone knew the shocking news. Qingyun Sect is going straight to Qingyun. Chapter 71. The alchemist arrives, shocking the Holy Land. Another 2.5 days later, Qingyun Sect, the main hall. Feng Qingyang had just planned to start a day of practice. After all, we are already in the Holy Realm. we can no longer degenerate. He is the sect leader. Let alone lead by example, you have to take action no matter what. Those geniuses in the central region are probably all ignorant at this age, and those who are a bit evil may have reached the level of gods. Unlike him, he is just a saint. Just when he was about to close his eyes and practice, ding, the host has the latest news to be updated. Master, Feng Qingyang, realm, early stage of sainthood, disciples, Lin Bai, Shi Hao, Hua Qingyu, physique, divine body. Slightly, sect, Qingyun Sect, first level, 9995/10,000. The sect is worth 9,995. What are you doing? System, what the hell? I won't ask for 9,999 next time. What if you and I are playing Pinksy here? Feng Qingyang glanced over and found that the sect value had increased from 9,500 to 9,995. It will take years and months to upgrade this sect to the second level. Click on the prestige column. The prestige value increased by 500,000. The prestige value increases quite dramatically. Also, the reputation of Qingyun Sect has now spread across all continents. More than half of the 13 continents in the eastern region were frightened by the Qingyun Sect. Of the 5 holy places, 3 were shocked and 1 surrendered, and one last one. If you are unhappy one day, you will not be given face. If you accumulate this amount of prestige, you can become a servant of the great emperor, a strong one. Feng Qingyang was thinking secretly, the more powerful emperor-level people the better. Some of the powerful imperial clans, ancient clans, and ancient families in the central region probably have great emperors in charge. It just doesn't come out, of course. This is all his personal guess. He has only been here for a month and a half, and he still doesn't know much about the continent outside the eastern region. At the same time, at the foot of Qingyun Sect Mountain, Li Yanji is waiting for someone. Look into the distance from time to time. Coming, that I saw a huge spaceship approaching in the distance, but stopped at the foot of Qingyun Sect Mountain. Li Yanji had already informed them that Qingyun Sect was not allowed to fly. If you don't inform them in advance, it is estimated that the spaceship in their holy land will be smashed to pieces by the strong men in the sect. At that time, the flood will wash away the Dragon King Temple. These are all talents who make elixirs for the sect. The alchemists of the Holy Land all stepped down from the spaceship, led by the Holy Lord Li Qingxian. He is a 9th-level alchemy saint, and he also wants to come to the sect. It is enough to have the ancestors in the Holy Land. It just so happened that he also wanted to see the master's style and see if he was as powerful as Yenner said. Everyone felt refreshed as soon as they came out. Tired of? Say 4-6. See. The spiritual energy here is so rich. I didn't expect that there is such a treasure in Lingzhou. It is worthy of being the place where the main sect sits. This aura is several times richer than our holy land. If I can refine the elixir here, I am sure that the elixir will be increased by 30%. Section 86. You are listening at novelfull.audio. An alchemist from a holy land was shocked. He was a 5th-level alchemist. If he could increase his confidence by 30% every time he made an elixir, his progress in alchemy would be rapid. If only the seniors from Qingyun Sect had come earlier. There were quite a few alchemists from Yudon Holy Land this time, because all the 4th-level and above alchemists came. There were 54th-level alchemists, 35th-level alchemists, 15 6th-level alchemists, 10 7th-level alchemists, 5 8th-level alchemists, and the 9th-level alchemy saints were the Saint Master and the Great Elder. This was also the foundation of their holy land. You should know that the path of alchemy is not that simple. This is not only closely related to your cultivation level, because you need to have the corresponding divine thoughts to support the corresponding level of elixir, that is, soul power. The stronger the divine thoughts, the stronger the soul power. It also depends on whether you have the talent for alchemy. If you don't have talent, you may never become a 2nd-level alchemist until you die, and you can only wander between the 1st level and the inferior level, but it can be said that they are both practicing Taoism and alchemy. Now the only ones left in the Holy Land are the elders, disciples, and many strong men. Seeing the people from their Yudon Holy Land come out of the spaceship, and seeing the Holy Lord walking in the front. Father! Li Yanji shouted not far away. Yenner! Li Qingxian saw his daughter not far away, so he hurried forward. The alchemists of the Yudon Holy Land also followed the pace of the Holy Lord. Li Yanji immediately turned around and said to the guard beside him, "Senior, these are the alchemists of our Yudon Holy Land. I came to Qingyun on the order of the sect master." The guard nodded. "Well, it has been explained above. You can just go up the mountain." The elders have already told him that the alchemists of the Yudon Holy Land will arrive today, just let him go. After a while, Qingyun Sect, under the leadership of Li Yanji, the Holy Lord Li Qingxian and a group of alchemists from the Holy Land entered the sect. Once they entered the sect, it was like entering a second world, fairyland. The rich and strong spiritual energy hit them in the face. They were just shocked by the ladder that went straight to the sky. Unexpectedly, there was also a different world inside the sect. The spiritual energy instantly became more than 10 times richer and turned into rain and mist. The picturesque palace pavilions and the plaques were full of Taoist rhymes. The scenes in Qingyun Sect deeply shocked them, refreshed their cognition. They all came from the Holy Land and were not ignorant people. At this time, it was like Lu Lao Lao entering the Grand View Garden. This main sect was really unexpected. No wonder there are such strong people. I couldn't help but sigh. The Holy Lord really made a wise choice. Let them refine pills in such a place, they are willing to do it. Li Yanji saw the alchemist who was so high-spirited in the Holy Land before, and now he was shocked and almost doubted his life. She couldn't help laughing. When she first came here, she was also amazed in this main sect. Yenner is right. This is the trend. If you follow the trend, you will rise to the top. Li Qingxian sighed in his heart. Let's go, father, I will take you to the alchemy hall, the elders are waiting there. Chapter 72 Xingxian Secret Realm. This Emperor Black Emperor. On the other side, Eastern Region Xingzhou. Xingzhou is a large state far away from the other 12 states in the Eastern Region, but it has been the territory of the Eastern Region since ancient times. It is very close to Tianzhou in the Central Region, therefore, the cultivation atmosphere here is better. And because of the full spiritual energy, many strong people and geniuses have been born. It can be said that the overall strength is the first continent in the Eastern Region. There is also the strongest Holy Land among the 5 Holy Lands, Tianqing Holy Land. Today is the 3rd day of the opening of Xingzhou Xingxian Secret Realm. In the Secret Realm, 4 figures walked out of a cave. One of them was a handsome man with black hair, holding a small black dog in his arms. "Brother, there is nothing good here. Just a sleeping black dog. It's really a waste of joy." The person who spoke was Lin Bai, the second disciple of Feng Qingyang. He held the big black dog in his hand, but he couldn't see anything special from looking left and right. The dog was still sleeping. A ray of light suddenly burst out from the stone cave just now, and a faint momentum. They thought there were good things, so they went in and searched for a long time, but only found this black dog without any special features. Strange. How did an ordinary dog sneak into this Xingxian secret realm? There must be something fishy. There must be something fishy. It's okay, brother, this Xingxian secret realm will be closed in 2 days, we still have a lot of time, let's go somewhere else to have a look. The man who spoke was imposing, 8 feet tall, and his knife-like face was full of determination. It was Feng Qingyang's eldest disciple Shi Hao. They, his fellow disciples and his junior sister Hua Qingyu, had been out for training for more than a month. At that time, they heard from their master that there was an opportunity here, and they traveled through several continents after trials before rushing here. They just happened to catch up with the opening of the holy mysterious realm. They entered it with their own talents. On the side were his junior sister Hua Qingyu and Su Yaoyao, whom he met during the training. The 4 of them formed a small team and traveled all the way. Now Shi Hao's realm has entered the early stage of the cave void from the middle stage of the nascent soul. Lin Bai and Hua Qingyu's cultivation also improved from the middle stage of Jindan to the middle stage of Yuanying. It can be said that a genius is a genius, and his realm is improved rapidly. Yes, brother Lin Bai, let's go somewhere else to have a look. The girl who spoke was Su Yaoyao, whom they met during their training. Section 87. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wearing a green dress, with brown hair draped over her shoulders, she looked like an elf from a fairy tale. Su Yaoyao. Well, it's just that we 4 were busy for nothing. We searched for so long and finally found this thing. What's the use of this little black dog? Lin Bai turned and walked towards the cave, intending to put it back to its original position. Who knew that the dog still sleeping in his arms actually opened its eyes? You are the little black dog, your whole family is little black dogs. It suddenly spoke in human language, and Lin Bai subconsciously threw it out. He drew out his sword, the Qingyun sword. Shi Hao and the other two also came up. It can speak in human language, it seems to be a monster. Sure enough, there is nothing simple in the secret realm. Ouch, who told you to throw me out? It hurts me to death. The black dog was thrown to the ground. However, he stood up quickly and said to Lin Bai with a grin. This emperor? Brother, this little black dog calls himself the emperor. Lin Bai and the others watched the performance of the little black dog with great interest. Good fellow, you come up to this emperor, and you grin in pain when you fall. You dreamed of your emperor realm. Yeah, what's the problem? This emperor will not change his name or surname. I am the Black Emperor. Black Emperor. I haven't heard of it. But I don't know whether it is an emperor or not. It is indeed black. Lin Bai looked at it carefully, but still didn't find anything special about this little black dog, except that its fur is very black. Fuck. If this emperor's cultivation has not recovered yet, this emperor will definitely beat you to death. Black Emperor thought so. He had just lifted the seal, and his cultivation in his body was only a fraction of what it was, and his injuries had not recovered completely, so it was better not to take action as much as possible. If he couldn't win, wouldn't he lose face? It's just that there's always a familiar smell on them. Then it sniffed carefully with its nose. No, I'm the Black Emperor. Then the divine consciousness that was as large as 1 meter in radius was released. The divine consciousness hasn't recovered. This is over. Shi Hao and the other 4 just looked at the little black dog. It sniffed around first, and then froze in place. Lin Bai put away the green lotus sword. To deal with such a stupid monster, you don't even need to use the sword. What are you looking at? This emperor knows that he is handsome, but you don't have to stare at me, right? TSK. More narcissistic than me. Brother, sister, let's go. If we waste any more time, this secret realm will be over. After Lin Bai finished speaking, he called Shi Hao and others to leave. It seems that there is no good thing outside this secret realm, and we have to go deeper into the secret realm. Hey, wait for this emperor. I don't have much cultivation now, and even my divine consciousness has not recovered. If he wants to get out alive, he still has to rely on these 4 human monks. So the Black Emperor shouted and ran over. Chapter 73 Exploring the Secret Realm. Bloody Dark Flower. Travel to the holy state under the stars. Sleeping in the wind and drinking dew. I heard there are holy objects in the secret realm. Finally, I got a black dog. Lin Bai looked at the little black dog that followed him. He felt a little helpless and immediately wrote something. Brother Lin Bai's literary talent is getting better and better. Su Yao Yao laughed on the side. In the short month since she met Lin Bai, this humorous young man has written no less than 100 poems. Interesting. Sure enough, there is no shortage of interesting people everywhere. His trip to the East region for training was not in vain. Shi Hao also laughed awkwardly when he heard this. In addition to being a little humorous, his junior brother is a little more handsome than him and has held a girl's hand. The only shortcoming is that the poems he wrote are too bad. TSK, you are lucky to have me. These young people are still too young. Don't worry, as long as you do me a small favor. If there is anything, I will settle it for you. The Black Emperor shook his body and said disdainfully, this secret realm is full of dangers. With his current cultivation level, it is better to take a ride. Lin Bai and the others ignored it. If it wants to follow, then let it follow. It also settles things for them. Look at how thin and weak this little black dog is. It is simply a thin dog. Don't worry about it, let's continue to look forward. I have been out of the sect for more than a month. Don't let us return to the sect and find that our cultivation level as direct disciples is not as high as those inner and outer disciples. It will embarrass our master then. Although their cultivation level has improved rapidly in the past month, their strength is also incomparable, but they knew how terrifying the sect was. It had all kinds of treasures and magic. If the disciples worked harder, they wouldn't be far behind. When Shi Hao talked about business, Lin Bai and the others became serious. Brother, you're right. When those disciples first joined the sect, I noticed a few with high talents. Among them, there were even 2 geniuses with 8 bell sounds. But their talents were even higher. 9 cauldrons and 9 bells could be said to be the best among all the disciples of Qingyun. Section 88. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Even though I started late, with my incredible talent, I have only been practicing for just over a month now, which has already surpassed the 10 years of hard training that many people have spent. Shihao was deprived of the supreme holy body and his cultivation was abolished. After reshaping the supreme body, he just restored his cultivation. Therefore, his cultivation is the highest among the 3, but he might still be surpassed by the genius in the sect. No way. The 3 of you are so talented and your cultivation is not bad. Are you still worried about being surpassed? Su Yaoyao asked puzzledly. She is the legitimate daughter of the Su family in the Southern Territory, and her cultivation is at the peak of nascent soul, only 2 small realms higher than Lin Bai and Hua Qingyu. This is the number 1 genius of his age in the Su family. Shihao and she were generally at the cave void realm. It's so terrifying. I am afraid of being surpassed. How powerful is the genius of Qingyun Sect? She had also heard the 3 of them talk about the sect they were proud of, the Qingyun Sect. There are countless strong men in the sect, and the sect leader has a heaven-reaching cultivation level. Even if he looks at the 5 realms, he is not afraid of anyone or any force. Since the 4 of them have been traveling this month, they have often heard about the reputation of Qingyun Sect, sweep the 4 holy beasts and intimidate the 3 holy places. Of course, we in Qingyun also have countless talents. Once we slow down, we will be surpassed at any time. Hearing what Shihao said, she even wanted to go to Qingyun to pay her respects. Wouldn't such a sect be desirable? Brother Shihao, when will you return to the sect? Yao Yao also wants to join your Qingyun sect. Hehe, my talent is not enough to make me a core disciple. I want to be an inner disciple. After being used to living in the southern region, it would be nice to join a powerful sect in the eastern region to practice. Ahem. Why return home if you haven't completed your cultivation? Shihao sighed. As for what Su Yaoyao said about joining the sect, it still depends on the sect's intention. Now the sect is recruiting disciples on a large scale, and it is estimated that they will not recruit again in a short time. Not a moment. Shihao and the other 2 came to another natural cave in the secret realm. I saw blood-red gas rising out of the cave here. This cave is huge, and looking into the distance is an endless abyss that seems to never end. Dead grass and rotten leaves piled up outside the cave, creating a desolate look. They died after being polluted by the blood-red mist for a long time. This mist is wrong. Is there any secret in it? Lin Bai frowned and said outside the cave. Hey, kid. I advise you not to go in if you don't want to die. This is not a good place. Black Emperor curled his lips. Although its spiritual consciousness could only be used within a 1-meter radius, as soon as it came into contact with the red mist, it felt that it was not something fun. In order for him to get out of the secret realm smoothly, he still opened his mouth to remind these little ones. You will tell lies and scare people. Isn't it a good place? There are no good things, so why are they rushing in one by one? They can go, and so can we. Lin Bai pointed at a group of people approaching not far away. A lot of people had already entered in a while. Then how do I know? It's not a good place anyway. How do I know if there are any good things? That if you see a few juniors not listening to advice, just let them be. It's no big deal if you fool yourself. It's the same with others. Junior brother, we just need to find someone to ask. After speaking, Shihao walked towards the 2 men not far away and patted their shoulders. Brother, may I ask where this place is? It's our first time entering the secret realm, so we don't know much about it. The 2 men were discussing something. Suddenly someone from behind tapped him on the shoulder, startling him. He immediately turned around and cursed. Who is your brother? Why are you filming me? Get out of here and don't bother me. But after saying that, I saw that the young man in front of me was very imposing, and he probably had a lot of background. He provoked powerful enemies into the family for no reason. Thinking of this, he quickly changed his attitude. Oh, it turns out to be my brother. I'm sorry, I offended you so much just now. You said this is a forbidden place in the secret realm. Forbidden area, Shihao murmured after hearing this, his eyes narrowed, still a little confused. Since it is a forbidden area, it should be like what the little black dog said. It is not a good place, so why are they rushing to enter? Yes, there is a large blood pool there. The blood pool is always boiling, so the mist is always blood red. The cave is very deep, and there are many monster bats in it. But the more dangerous the place, the greater the opportunity. The blood pool will give birth to a bloody flower every 10,000 years, which is a rare holy medicine. The time when the secret realm is opened this time is when the holy medicine is mature, so everyone enters regardless of the danger. He also wants to enter, but if he is not strong enough to enter, he will only die. Where do you think the blood in the blood pool comes from? But there are still many geniuses who claim to be outstanding, but they all become the nourishment for the bloody dark flower every time. Chapter 74. The blood pool is pregnant with the underworld, and it will bloom in 10,000 years. The man finished speaking. Shihao thought for a moment. The rare holy medicine is done. Why did you come out to practice this time? 1. Improve strength, or improve strength. Second, engage in resources, and especially engage in resources. The rare holy medicine is just in the bag. When the time comes, the treasures obtained from outside that they can't use will be handed over to the sect to enrich the sect's treasure house. Thanks, brother. Shihao cupped his fists and thanked him, then turned around and walked back. How is it? Senior brother. What's going on inside? Lin Bai and others who were waiting not far away saw senior brother Shihao approaching, so they stepped forward and asked. That person said that here is a forbidden place in the secret realm. A sacred medicine is conceived in the blood pool, which is a blood-colored flower that matures every 10,000 years. Shihao briefly told the three of them what he learned about the situation. Bloody flower? I remembered, I saw it in a family book before. The pool of blood is pregnant with the underworld, and it blooms once every 10,000 years. This is a high-level holy medicine. It has the effect of conceiving and nourishing the soul. It can also be used together with weeping blood grass, demonic spider tears, and heavenly soul pearls to make elixirs. The resulting elixir is the Great Resurrection Holy Pill. It is a high-level holy medicine and has healing properties. The efficacy of the soul. Su Yaoyao thought of something and then started talking non-stop. She said that this place looked familiar, as it was described in detail in the book she had read before. However, the other medicinal materials recorded later for refining the Great Resurrection Holy Pill are unknown. In other words, only this nether flower knows its exact location. Chapter 89. You are listening at novelfull.audio. High-level holy medicine. Then what are you waiting for? Let's go in quickly. It will be bad if someone takes our holy medicine away by then. Lin Bai said hurriedly. From the tone of his voice, it seemed as if the holy medicine was already in their possession. Danger. Fear. Others fear me and I am greedy. Others' golden elixirs are supreme to me. As practitioners, why would we hesitate to fight? Shihao and the four of them discussed it for a while, and after they all agreed, they walked resolutely into the cave. Only Heidi, the little black dog, was left messy in the wind. These little juniors didn't even listen to this emperor's advice. It's probably not safe outside, so it's better to keep up. It can detect that these young people are not simple, especially the two young people and the woman wearing a fiery red dress. Extremely talented, etc. They just seem to say that there is a holy medicine that can nourish the soul. Hey, wait for me. I'm protecting you. Black Emperor hurriedly kicked up his legs and chased after him. As soon as you enter the forbidden cave, the first thing you feel is cold and damp, and the boiling blood-red mist is still flowing out from inside. Squeak, squeak, squeak. From time to time, creaking sounds could be heard from deep in the cave. Shihao estimated that it was the demon bat that the man said, I just don't know what the strength of these monster bats is, so I can make plans in advance. A few of them carefully groped in. The Black Emperor behind him has been following closely. What the hell is this place? If its cultivation level is still there, it must destroy this ghost place with one palm. It was wet and cold, and its fur coat couldn't stand it. Wait a minute, there's something ahead. Shihao stopped a few people. His spiritual sense in the cave realm clearly sensed that there was a group of unknown creatures attacking them in front. Lin Bai and others immediately stopped and stared ahead cautiously. The atmosphere became solemn for a while, and several people held their breath for a while, not daring to make a sound. Suddenly, the dark cave ahead suddenly became brighter. They saw countless monster bats hanging on the cave wall, and there were also many monster bats flying towards them in front. It's a monster bat, that the four of them suddenly entered a fighting state. Old rules, quick victory. After Shihao finished speaking, he rushed forward first. The supreme reincarnation technique was operating at full strength, and the surging spiritual energy gathered crazily. The powerful aura released made him look like a god of war, break through all means with one force and sweep across the front army. He can exert all his strength with just his fists and without the help of any weapons. Bang! Bang! Hi! Squeak! He punched out, and countless monster bats were instantly killed. The screams of the monster bats echoed throughout the cave. The powerful aura of the cave void realm overturned many demon bats. At this time, he was no longer the same as before. He had reached the cave void realm and unleashed his terrifying momentum. It is a hurdle for Yuanying to reach the cave void realm. After crossing it, his strength will be greatly improved, and he can open his own exclusive spiritual cave. The more spiritual caves are opened, the more spiritual energy is stored. The more aura you have, the longer you can fight. Therefore, the spiritual cave is also a measure of a person's talent. The more spiritual caves you open, the stronger your talent will be. 9 is the number of spiritual caves, and Shihao just opened all 9 doors. If the cave hadn't been strengthened by the formation, he would have penetrated it long ago. The so-called, the introduction to refining qi, building the foundation and casting the road, the golden pill pregnancy pill, the soul forging of the Yuanying, the opening of the spirit in the void, the unity of the spirit cave to achieve the transformation of the spirit, the refinement of the spirit into the true, the shattering of the void, the transformation of the holy source and the step into the semi-saint. Absorb the holy source and become holy on the spot. If you think that you were being chased by your family's guards more than a month ago, those guards were only in the hollow realm. My good brother, I would also like to thank you and my uncle for your conspiracy. Without you two, I would not have the chance to join the Qingyun Sect. This means that if you survive a catastrophe, you will be blessed later. Wait. Shihao vented all his anger on these monster bats blocking the way. The supreme reincarnation fist blasted away with all its strength every time, and he had already crushed a large number of monster bats to death. Lin Bai and others on the side also fought happily. Okay, you monster scraps, come and test my green lotus sword technique. Qinglian leads the way. Lin Bai roared. Qinglian sword technique's first move. Qinglian asked for directions and released it. A sharp sword energy slashed out from the Qinglian sword. The sword energy is everywhere and unstoppable. Countless green lotuses emerged from the ground, attacking those monster bats. Chapter 75 Fierce Battle with Monster Bats. Black Emperor takes action. Qinglian kills the demon, and the sword intent sweeps across. Countless green lotuses appeared out of thin air in the cave, and directly destroyed hundreds of demon bats mixed with sword intent. The demon bat fell from the sky like a dumpling. Die! The green lotus sword in Lin Bai's hand kept waving. The blood mist that erupted from the many monster bats that were cut off mixed with the blood-colored gas that was constantly floating in the cave, making it even more monstrous. In more than a month, although his cultivation has improved rapidly, his sword intention has not improved much. It is still consolidating the state of sword intent small success. You must know that swordsmanship is more difficult to improve than cultivation, and it requires extremely high talent and extraordinary perseverance. Let's put it this way, even if you can cultivate to become a god with your talent, the realm of god transformation is often the starting point of swordsmanship. Most of the god-transforming sword cultivators have only just begun to understand the meaning of the sword. There are only a few who can comprehend the sword before the transformation of the spirit realm, and they are the kind of people with extraordinary talents. It takes 1,000 years to sharpen a sword, and it is only a small success when it is used. Otherwise, how do you think the green lotus sword god in the Middle Ages could be so strong? Killing saints and beheading emperors. When he first entered the great saint realm, he used a green lotus sword, one man and one sword, to fight against the 10 great saint kings alone, and became a god in one battle. That year, a green lotus sword killed 4 great saint kings and seriously injured 6 saint kings, and became famous in the central region. At that time, the sword god had reached the realm of clear sword heart. If there is a sword in his heart, there is a sword. A small grass can cut through the void. On the other side, Hua Qingyu activated the phoenix Xingju, and the phoenix saint body was fully activated. A huge phoenix shadow appeared above her. Section 90. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Continuously spewing out phoenix flames, burning the demon bats in front, clang clang sound. Every time the phoenix screams, the phoenix flames it spews out can burn a large number of demon bats to death. The poor demon bats directly become the dish of braised demon bats. The aroma mixed with the smell of burning continues to float out. Su Yaoyao also holds a soft sword on the side, and keeps swinging and slashing. Her peak nascent soul cultivation is in full swing, and the powerful spiritual energy gathers on the sword, and she keeps slashing. Once again, I feel it up close, and I am shocked by the terrible strength of these 3 people. Shi Hao is like a god of war. He can kill countless demon bats with one punch. Lin Bai's Qingyun sword intent is also not weak. The sword energy is crisscrossed, and the Qingyun sword intent sweeps out, and one sword can kill many demon bats. Sister Qingyu's phoenix shadow is even more extensive. The phoenix flames she spews out can burn a large number of demon bats to death every time. Although she also uses a sword, she has only practiced sword for 10 years, and she hasn't even touched the door of kendo. In short, there is no door. If only I could have the talent of brother Lin Bai. He is only a few years older than her, but he has already achieved a minor level of sword intent. Even if his realm is 2 minor levels lower than hers, she probably can't be his opponent. 1.5 is probably enough. When the Black Emperor saw that these guys were so fierce, he didn't attack and found a comfortable place to lie down. Well, with the burning of the phoenix flame, the temperature in the cave has also risen a lot. Its divine consciousness can only be released within a radius of 1 meter now, which means that it is invincible within a radius of 1 meter, but it is still too weak now. Continuously releasing divine consciousness will hurt the origin. So don't attack if you can. Junior brother, junior sister, Yao Yao, you go first, I'll hold them back. Shi Hao punched out and turned his head to say. His eyes were filled with anger, and the spiritual energy in his body was about to erupt like a volcano. The 9 spiritual caves provided him with a far-reaching amount of spiritual energy, and his trump card, the Supreme Body, has not yet been activated. Although the demon bats were not strong, they were still flying in large numbers, and in his perception, there were several more powerful demon beasts in the distance, flying towards this side. No, let's go together. These scraps of demon beasts can't do anything to us. Lin Bai slashed out with several swords. After hearing this, he looked at the demon bats flying in with a sharp look. It seems that today is a protracted battle. Then, come on. My Qingyun sword is also thirsty for blood. They haven't exerted their full strength now. After all, the fight for the holy medicine later will probably require a fierce battle. He continued to slash out with several swords, and under the powerful sword force, the demon bats in front of him were slaughtered. He turned around and looked around. Senior brother punched out from a distance. Junior sister and Yao Yao also used their own skills to slaughter the demon bats. Only the little black dog was lying lazily in a place behind them. Damn it. Give us peace. If you want us to take you out of the secret realm, you should do it. Lin Bai then walked forward. He looked down at him. Hey, what the hell, Black Emperor, I admit that I spoke a little too loudly before. I take it back now. Yes, it's a good thing to correct your mistakes. When I first saw you, I knew you were people who could accomplish great things. Black Emperor shook his body and slowly stood up and said. Then Black Emperor, I'll leave this to you. My brothers and sisters and I are going to fight for the holy medicine. It's your turn. After Lin Bai finished speaking, he squatted down and picked up Black Emperor. Hey, you little brat, what are you doing? Let me go. Lin Bai walked to the front with Black Emperor. Brother, sister, you go first. Black Emperor is going to take action and cover us. It said that its strength is too strong and it will hurt us. Lin Bai threw Black Emperor to the front. Fuck me. Do you think you can control this emperor? Shi Hao and the others heard this, although they didn't quite believe it, they still fought and retreated. Then it's a deal, this emperor will cover you, you take this emperor out. These little juniors are going to fight for the holy medicine, and it shouldn't be difficult to get it with their strength. When I recover my strength, the holy medicine will be mine with a little trick. After swallowing the holy medicine, the damaged soul can also be nourished. Then you juniors go first, this emperor can crush all these demon bats with one hand. Chapter 76 Emperor's Power Kills Bats, the son of the saint sings. Junior brother, is this okay? Shi Hao looked at the black emperor in front of him with a grin, that little body fights tens of thousands of demon bats alone. Let's go, senior brother. The holy medicine will be picked up by others later. Hua Qingyu, Su Yaoyao and the others also retreated. What's going on, senior brother? Shi asked in confusion. Don't fight anymore. The fight just now was just a warm-up, their true strength has not been displayed yet. You go first, go grab the holy medicine first. Don't let others grab it first. I'll be there soon. Hearing what his junior sister said, Lin Bai thought for a while and said, this little black dog just likes to brag, he can't be left alone here, his strongest form of Qingyun sword art has not been used yet, it is enough to get rid of these demon bats. Lin Bai said this just to let his senior brother and junior sister go first, and he will cover them. Junior brother, be careful. If anything happens, use the token to call us at any time. We can just throw away the holy medicine. Shi Hao knew that Lin Bai had a life-saving trump card given by Elder Narcissus, so his life would not be in danger.